Hey, good evening. Friday night, bitch night. Welcome aboard. What do we got going on? Oilers leading 1-0. So far, so good. Let's get rid of that. Go away. So far, so good. Oilers leading 1-0. We got all sorts of fun and games coming your way tonight. If you're watching us on Facebook, jump over to YouTube/Munch34M and join us from there. That way we can see your comments in real time in chat, and you can actually be part of the conversation. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and all those fun things. So make sure you do that if you're watching on Facebook. Now we let the dog out. This is part of our regularly scheduled programming, and then we keep track of how many times that door opens and closes through the night and how much I destruct the curtains there, and then Doe gives me a dirty look from across the table. So it's always fun. Next thing I gotta let you know, we're not doctors in any way, shape, or form. We're not medical professionals. We offer no medical advice. We offer just pure support and our experiences, our guidance, and what we've learned going through this cancerous bullshit program that we're going through, and just trying to offer some guidance and some help along the way. Now we let the cat out. See, this is all part of our regularly scheduled programming. It's all fun and games. Really lighthearted. Keep it light around here. Nothing too serious. So yeah, any opinions, any of that's just based on our own experiences. Next, we have no sponsors. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. We're working on it. It's a long, drawn-out process, and we do this mainly for ourselves and to help others. We're not in it to make money. We're not in it to reap rewards or anything like that. We have no sponsors, but we do have Mike's Positive Brewery. Now, he's not an actual sponsor, but he does send over beer every now and again, and they do support us and listen to us, and just they're behind us. They have our backs, and we know it, and we appreciate it. Before that, we always give them a shout out, each and every show, or every second show for sure. So we want to, thank Positive Mike and Kel, his better half, for sticking it out and being a part of our programming as it were here. That's right, Kel, Positive Mike's. Yay. She's cheering it on. What else we got on the go? Oh, I want to think. This is a big one here. Tamara started a GoFundMe page for Doe and I at the beginning of all this, and we didn't ask her to do it. It caught us completely by surprise. But Kel threw the idea at Tamara. Tamara ran with it, and for anybody that's donated any money towards that, we thank you so much. It's saved our asses. It truly and honestly has. Without it, God only knows where we'd be. So thank you all for donating. For those of you sending notes and support, that is just, it's been overwhelming, to say the least. I got one the other day that I'm going to bring up here now. And I'm not going to tell you who sent it because I don't know if they appreciate it. Their pictures there, but so they were texting me. I told them to send a text, and basically it's thanks to you both for being parents and friends for a community you both created by being real And that's exactly, you can't sum up what we're trying to do here, other than, being real and being honest, straightforward, giving you our opinions, our experiences. A reminder, today's show is brought to you by the letters F and U and the word cancer. And on that note, welcome aboard, sweetie.
Hi.
My lovely wife and co-host and partner in crime, communication, and all things silly and goofy.
Most things silly and goofy.
Most things silly and goofy.
Like my $12 porch fix.
Yeah, that actually works. We found out today it works like a charm. Last year, 2 years ago, we put up a deck in the backyard, just a small little deck, and we covered it with some of that wavy
Corrugate
fiberglass for a roof. And then we noticed when it rained, we had a waterfall feature through all the channels coming down, which was cool. It looked neat in the summer in the rain, but then through winter,
Ice.
it all rained down onto the steps and froze the steps. And of course, the dog tore a toe off this winter because of it. So Doe jumped on the old interweb and scoured and looked and figured out, how can we put an eaves trough on this thing? Well, as it turns out,
After much research and looking, I thought of J channels. I thought of edging. I thought of an extension with an eaves trough, a gutter, and then I came across something they do in Guatemala and a few other places, and I thought, wonder if that would work. So then we went shopping.
that's what they do, is they put PVC pipe.
And slice a piece of pipe all the way down the middle, and then just adhere it to the end. So you basically have your roof going in, and it doesn't actually break down the ridges. It just clamps on really, really well. And then the water runs down the full side. So we have it going off the edge of the deck now into a barrel. And today I've got a third of a barrel full of rainwater. So yay me.
So yay garden.
Yeah. Cheap gardening.
Also, a little something else I wanted to throw at you, and Doe doesn't know I'm doing this, but I don't know. I'm
what he does happen.
I have my own drummer, and he and I march together.
Yes,
And sometimes I leave him behind and do it on my own. But I've become quite enamored with these little creatures, and I don't know why, but just they're funky. They're cool. I love them. And these guys here. Noah's painting rocks. She painted up some rock ladybugs. They're going to go in the garden, and she's going to start doing these
different ones
for she's at home. She can't work, so this is what she's chosen to do. And I like them. I think they're rather cool, and you can start selling them.
If I get enough.
Yeah, I get enough orders.
I gotta go buy, not buy rocks, but I gotta go rock hunting.
You gotta go to the river. Take your new wagon, go to the river and hunt rocks.
Exactly. A little exercise, a little rock hunting.
Yeah.
Should be good.
Yeah, so that's what we'll do. We've got a guest coming on tonight in a little while. He's actually just getting stuff ready and rigged up right now. So we'll await his arrival, and I'm not going to tell you who it is. Everybody knows him or knows of him, I think, but nobody really knows him personally. So we're going to try and get to know this guy a little bit on a personal level tonight. His name is Tom. You guys all know Glassy. He produces Wansley's show. He's part of the Dean Blundell network there. Sean Glassier, Glassier. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. I think it's Glassier. I don't know.
Never asked him.
I've just always called him Glassy, and his dad's going to be really confused when I just call him Glassy. Oh, that's another sad note. Yes, Tamara had to put her lovely pup Molly down yesterday, 10 years old. And that's tough. I don't care. We have a dog. We have a cat. We've had many dogs, many cats, and it never gets easier. It gets harder. As a matter of fact, when we had a Bernese Mountain Dog.
The only one I was okay with was Mickey, because he was 16, almost 17.
And went on his
really good life.
And he went on his terms.
The younger they are, the harder it is, I think.
Yeah. But we had Rio, our Bernese Mountain Dog, and we had to put her down, and we both sat here and cried for 2 days and looked at each other, and no more dogs, not for 2 more years. That's it. Let's just travel, leave the dogs out of the picture for the next while. And coming home from work, the house is just too goddamn quiet, and I think we made it 4 days.
I don't even think I put her down Tuesday. We made it to Friday night.
Friday night, we left for Saskatchewan to Prince Albert to pick up another dog. So it's, yeah, that 2-year moratorium on dogs lasted a real long time, or not.
The cat tried, but it just wasn't the same.
Yeah, so that's what's going on around here.
It's hard. I mean, they're part of your family, and especially for Emily and Jack, because she's always been there.
Yeah, they're 12 and 11, and the dog's been there 10 years. So Danielle's battling a migraine, so she doesn't make it all the way through. I just want to say happy Mother's Day to you, Doe, and to my fellow mamas in the chat. Yeah, that's right. It is Mother's Day this Sunday.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. I won't Dave Grohl you at this time and call you motherfuckers, but happy Mother's Day to all the moms in the chat room. And we have
I will say this, though. I was pre-looking for Tamara. And there is a lot of
we're dog shopping for you, Tamara.
There's a lot of ads on Kijiji. Some are spayed, neutered, with their full shots, under $500, which you don't often see.
Yeah, no kidding. The dog prices on dogs has come down drastically.
But there's also 767 ads.
Yeah,
which is really too much.
Yeah.
So all these backyard breeders.
No, laugh out loud.
All these backyard breeders need to stop, because I saw a couple ads that said, if you're interested in the next litter, well, you're not selling this litter at $1,800. Maybe take a break.
Oilers 2, LA no score for those of you keeping track. That's all
really
good.
Ridiculous. Especially when all the rescues are full. People are returning their animals because they've gone back to work, and they can no longer take care of them because they're gone back to work and COVID isn't much of a thing. Bullshit. These are furry people.
Yeah, they're family members.
To them, you commit to them.
Do you give your children up for adoption because you have to go back to work?
No, they got a cold. I'll just push them out the door because they're sick. Oh. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't. I'd sooner give mine up for adoption.
I've had so many animals over the years. Some lived well, some didn't. And I've always found accommodation. You hear this, I've got a dog, but I can't find an apartment. Bullshit, you're not trying. So what if it's not exactly walking distance to your work? Find it.
We've bought vehicles to accommodate dogs.
Yes, we have.
I bought a Ford F-150 to accommodate Rio because the back seat flipped up and she had the whole floor back there to herself.
You also bought a boat that she loved.
I bought a boat that Rio loved too. Yep. We put Rio down. I sold the truck. I sold the boat. Coincidence? Yeah. No. Yeah, I think it's just coincidence. Sure. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Leave me alone. I'll cry. Oh, yeah, I am. Even now we want to buy a motorhome and tour the world in a motorhome type deal. And even now we're
someday
sat here going, we don't need one with bunks. Yeah, no, we don't need a bunk one because so we went to a RV dealership just to have a look around to find out, what do we really want in this thing? Well, this one had bunks, and we don't need bunks. And Doe looks and goes, oh no, the bunk would be perfect. Kona could have the bottom bunk and then the top bunk storage. You're right. We need a bunk model.
Well, it had this little window that she could just prop up on and look out and stuff. And it had a longer hallway, so ball.
Yeah, and ball. Yeah.
Indoor ball.
And Tamara's right. Yeah, dog and hockey bags need to fit. Yeah, you're exactly right, Tamara. Although I don't play hockey anymore because, it hurts. But
we are now a family of 3 again.
The dog is barking because the roommate is home. That's what's going on there. We now have a new roommate that we've taken in. He was homeless, and we felt sorry for the young guy. So we figured we bring the homeless man into our house, and he can stay for a while. Yeah, Sheldon moved back home to give us a helping hand. So it's greatly appreciated, and
it works back and forth.
It works back and forth. We're helping him; he's helping us, so it works out really well. And yes, we have grandkids tomorrow, but no, we're not taking them to Mexico.
I'm not even taking the kids.
We're not even taking our own kids to Mexico and our grandkids. They don't have passports,
See,
and
the goal is to
child labor laws down there are
the
quite
goal
different.
is to get a very affordable running. It doesn't have to be pretty. Affordable running, walk around bed space type RV. Park it in the driveway. Move what we want into it, and then have a big estate sale, and you come buy all this shit out of my house. You can walk through, make me an offer. I need to clean it out.
Exactly. That's the way it's got to be. Clean the house out,
I live in the
live in the motorhome, sell everything we own, fill up the tank, and go. And that's
eventually.
eventually, yeah. No great
We're
rush.
trying to find the right motorhome without leaks under a certain amount of money, which we don't have either. But you know, it doesn't have to be today.
See, the other thing too with our new roommate Sheldon, he's a beer aficionado. Is that the right word, aficionado? I think it is. So when Tamara finally delivers the beer that Positive Mike sent for us,
Decided.
the cider, Sheldon and I can taste test them and give a honest feedback of what we really think of them. We did that before, and Sheldon used to have to make a special trip out here on a Friday, and he's I gotta come Friday, all for a sip of beer. Well, now he has no choice because he lives here.
Yeah, he's
We're
here.
gonna put it in his lease. You must drink beer with Dad on Friday. Okay, sign here.
Shouldn't be an issue.
It shouldn't be an issue. Yeah. Well, if I knew you were going to join us, I would have set up the other computer for you.
Oh, that's good.
They can hear you, you can't see you. So it's all good. We're just waiting on Glassy and Tom to make their grand appearance if they're going to. We'll give them a little bit. What else has been going on? Sheldon moved in, put up the we did this. Had somebody come look at the Mustang.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, they couldn't get financing, which it's tough to do. It's a pretty expensive piece of machinery, and banks don't like just handing out big chunks of money on cars nowadays. So
Yeah, it'll eventually walk.
yeah, it'll eventually go away one way or the other. Whether I give it up for adoption or just give it back I really don't care at this point. I just have to get out from under the payment on that.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that. End of that
It's the
tune.
difference between food and not food,
Yeah.
and that has nothing to do with Uber Eats.
Yeah, exactly. We don't get Uber Eats out here.
Anything out here.
We don't have anything out here. You want it delivered? Go pick it up, and bring it home and deliver it to yourself. Tip yourself at the door, handsomely.
And it might be hot by the time you get here or not.
Yeah, you never know. So yeah, I'm off. I'm taking 2 days off next week on Thursday and Friday. Doe and I both have medical appointments, and on those 2 days, I'll have enough time. I'll phone the bank and find out what they want me to do with it. Tamara can steal it, take it away, and light the gas tank on fire. Yeah, you could do that too, but insurance fraud.
I got enough on my plate.
I'd sooner have the house burned down than the car at this point, but
Maybe you should park in the driveway.
The whole thing got flooded.
again. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. See what the bank says on Thursday and Friday, and go from there.
Low kilometers.
Yeah, 37,500 kilometers, 37.6.
2019
2019 Mustang, fully loaded with the exception of leather.
EcoBoost.
Yeah, it's got the 4-cylinder, 2.3 liter EcoBoost, 10-speed
And
automatic
I
transmission.
testify that it goes because I've been launched and I didn't like it. But
Sheldon also smacked his head against the headrest a few times there.
yeah, I think our neighbor did that.
Yeah, I know, Danielle. We've got a neighbor that's had
A few.
a few cars, some hunting rifles, a truck, and other mysterious items go missing, and nobody's ever seen a thing. And I mean, our walls are paper thin, and if somebody's going to do something at his house, we know about it before he does, and we didn't hear a damn thing. So it's just, yeah, here's the keys, make it go away, and bring me the keys back, and then I'll phone the cops later. Pretty sure that's what's happening there too. So, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. We'll go from there.
One day we'll
fun day. And working, I got nothing to bitch about this week, man. I was home by noon today. I was home by,
Friday, early out Friday.
I was early all this week. It was kind of nice. I was going to actually wash the truck today. I've got a raging coolant leak, and one of my injectors is rotted out on the engine, so it's spewing some diesel out and it's mixing with the coolant, and the passenger side of my truck is just a black streak down the side. It's heat score. DOT sees it, bye-bye truck, but it's not my truck, so I don't care. I was going to wash it today and got back and it's raining, so I can't even wash it, so I'll let nature take its run at it.
Actually, I was kind of glad to see the rain today because we really needed it.
Oh yeah,
We've already had a couple fires out this way thanks to the city influx of quatters.
yeah.
That never seems to end. Every year it's another fire, another idiot.
See, Tamara had cheeseburgers and nuggies today.
Yeah, I know.
You blew that, Tamara. You could have gotten cheeseburgers and deep fried mushrooms at the place in Lavant, and then brought my beer, and we could have ate cheeseburgers and drank beer on the patio in the rain.
The rain stopped at about 5.
Doesn't matter. It has a roof.
That's right.
So you eat outside and drink beer in the rain. It's all good.
Kona would have hugged you.
Kona would have hugged you. Maybe we'll have a fire this weekend too. If it's nice out tomorrow evening,
Maybe.
we're gonna have a fire.
I need the potash for the garden. I need the fireplace ash.
Yeah, so we'll do that tomorrow night. We'll
Maybe.
have a big fire. As far as you go, nothing new. Other than we go see the oncologist Thursday. So we'll get
Thursday morning?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Thursday morning, I think at 10 or something. So it's not a ridiculous time.
Well, if you're kidless tomorrow, Tamara, come on. Well, even if you have the kids tomorrow, come out and let's barbecue some or cook some wieners over the open fire or something. We'll do that. So yeah, Thursday at 10 in the morning, we go to the oncologist and we get further.
And then I got something else at 10:45. I can't make heads or tails, but
Yeah.
it's like some diagnostics.
Yeah, so we'll get further information at that point about the next course of action towards this cancer, and
then I'll start my new treatments, and hopefully they're aggressive enough. I've done what I can on my end.
Yeah.
Between milk thistle and fermented ginger, which actually the ginger has been really good at not opening up stuff, but shrinking the bowel issues. So I've lost a lot of tissue through where I'm not connected. So I'm hoping that actually has worked to shrink somewhat, and the milk thistle helps to support the liver. So with any luck, it hasn't spread too much over this last 8 weeks. Oh, here's my bitch.
Oh, go.
It's been 8 weeks. I still don't have a unibrow. I've been trying. I still don't have a unibrow.
A legit bitch. Here we go. Yeah.
Well, I got no life. It's just same 4 walls. What are we eating?
Tamara, I used all my gas moving Sheldon.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
That is still the worst move ever. It's still going on.
Two feet in a heartbeat. Tamara, 2 feet in a heartbeat. Just carried a beer. Glassy says, good evening. He's in watching. I thought you were going to join us here, Glassy. What's going on? Where are you? Kind of waiting on you. So yeah, Thursday, it's been 2 months. And that's the thing that's getting to me.
The waiting game.
The waiting game. I'm getting really, really, really frustrated. And Al, a gentleman I work with, tonight kind of summed it up. He says, yeah, the more time you sit in frustration, the more time your brain wanders. And he's exactly right. And that's just, I don't like that. And I spend a lot of time alone in my truck, and the brain wanders a million different ways from Sunday in my truck. And I'm usually pretty good for the most part of keeping my mind on the task at hand and really concentrating on, even though I've been doing this for years, and it's like riding a bike every day. It's, you get in, you go, and I know how I do things. I know my routine. I know my customers. I know where to park. I know where to stop here. I know where to drive there, blah, blah, blah. And now I just cement my mind into it. I'm going this route. I'm doing this. I have a red light there. I have to turn right then left. I hate that left-hand turn. I got to watch for this traffic. So my mind is just, I'm tuned into everything at hand, and it kind of helps, but it kind of doesn't help too. Look, an empty room.
Hi. Good
Hey,
evening. Hi, Joe. How are you?
good.
Now,
Minions. You got minions
I got minions. Yeah.
behind you.
I do have one question for you.
Right
Build
on.
a bear at the West Edmonton Mall.
Oh,
My
really?
ex got me that. And it tells you like seven different things. It's pretty
I
cool.
used to have a minion car. It was a yellow Juke, and I
Nice.
did it up with minions, and then people were giving me minions, so I had a back seat full of minions, and people were pulling me over in Fort Saskatchewan because they had to see what was in the car because the outside had decals and stuff. It was kind of cool for a while, and then I got rid of the car, but I still
Nice.
have a lot of minion stuff.
Yeah, he actually went to Newfoundland too, and got what do they call that? Swashbuckled.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
he got he's a southwester apparently. Came with his own Newfie ID, which is the mirror. Yep, that's me, the Newfie ID.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it before or not. Wade, you'd probably pick up on it.
Yeah, it's on the back show. It's,
Yeah.
no,
Hell of a goal by Draisaitl and McDavid there. That was good.
I haven't seen it yet. Don't ruin
Oh.
it for me.
Oh, sorry.
It's kind of on in the back. I know what the score is, but I haven't watched. I just flip back and forth.
Okay.
Because it's on the. We don't have cable or anything, so
I don't
watch,
either.
I watch hockey. I watch TV, everything on my computer,
Yeah.
and leave the big TV for Doe to watch. So, now I'm going to do something that I've never done in my lifetime. I'm going to
Yep.
call you. Hey, Sean, how do you pronounce your last name?
Glazier. Like
Glazier.
a window glazier.
No, I wasn't sure if it was Glacier, Glazier, Glacier.
I developed the nickname Glassy because when I was in Fort McMurray, they all thought that because I was from BC that I must smoke a lot of pot. So they just made me glassy eyed. So
Yeah.
I was glassy.
Yeah.
Just kind of fit. So yeah.
Cool.
It's cool. So
Sheldon's looking for the password for the Wi-Fi.
is Sheldon there with you guys?
Yeah, he's moved back in.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's moved back in to give
Hi,
us
Sheldon.
he's giving us a helping hand, and we in turn are giving him a helping hand as well. So
100%. How you doing, Bill? I was only on the YouTube channel just so I could catch up. I just caught a little bit of the oncologist and stuff. How are you doing?
Oh, well, Thursday I get to see the medical oncologist. So I'll know more on Thursday. So for Friday's podcast, I'll have more info.
Right.
And then Friday, Wade has to go for a stress test.
Uh-oh.
I'm not overly stressed.
Those suck. Those suck.
And then on the 16th, he has to go for a full physical for his drivers. because he
Yeah,
has to-
fuck.
Oh, yeah.
the
Oh, yeah, you're
license-
class 1 driver, aren't you? What do
Yeah.
you call that? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all part and parcel of each other, right? So it'll be an
It's
interesting
just
week.
stupid. It's just a goddamn money grab.
Oh, that's all it is. 100%. Like what's changed? Fill out the form, pay your $75 and let's carry on with life, you know?
75.
75.
Well, in BC it's $75 for that.
You're lucky.
Well, my license is 85.
Yeah.
And my medical is another. Fortunately, my doctor is doing it for $100.
Last time it was 200.
Last time was 200,
Wow.
and that's every 2 years. So-
I'm going back to transit, it sounds like, in the middle of May, so I'm back driving a bus. It's
Oh, split shift or regular shift?
a bit of both actually.
Splits are the worst.
Yeah, they are. That's-
Apparently it's not too bad. Like, do you know the area where I am? Like out of Vancouver, just outside of Vancouver?
yeah, a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm an hour and a half out of Vancouver, and there's even like split shifts that do 2 runs to Coquitlam from Chilliwack, and then 2 runs back, and then you're off for 4 hours, and then you go back and do 2 more runs, and that's your 8 hours. So I was like, I guess I could drive down the highway, and yeah, sure, whatever. How much you paying?
Yeah. I don't know if it's worth it.
What's that?
That split shift stuff.
No, it's.
Wade was doing that.
I was doing
before,
that up
yeah.
in Fort Mac, and that was hard on the system.
Yep.
You know, especially while I was coming out of a situation where I was working 16-hour days straight
Ooh, yeah.
into a situation where I was working 4 hours in the early morning, like from 4 till 8, and then in the evening from 4 till 8.
Right.
Right. So it just, I don't know. I found it beat me up.
Oh,
pretty
of
good.
course, yeah. I worked a split shift when I was in Mission. I worked from 6 a.m. till 9:15, I think it was in the morning. Then I came back and worked 3 till 8 o'clock.
Well, the whole it throws your eating off too, and Wade probably gained about 30 pounds when he was doing it, just because
Camp
of
food.
when he was
Yeah.
eating in camp food and all that kind of stuff, right? So
Oh, yeah.
it's not good for you.
What's for dinner tonight? Flat iron steaks? 4.
Yeah, I know. Dude, they have Red Seal chefs up there, man. Like some of
I
those
know.
lodges is like, wow,
Yeah.
you eat. It's
Yeah.
good.
Where was I at? Albion Sands,
Mm-hmm.
one of the largest camps up there, and then
Yep.
at Synovus, one of the smaller camps. And Synovus they had a 4-star chef in there, and he wasn't afraid to pass the food around
No, yeah,
Like
no.
eating.
No,
or the
100%.
baking. Yeah, lots of baked goods too.
Speaking of Fort Mac, we just had our 6-year anniversary there on Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coincidentally, it was literally on a Tuesday, which was May 3rd.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was Sunday when it all started.
Tamara likes food. Now she wants corn fritters.
I think she's stressing it.
Ooh.
We're talking 4-star chefs, and she's talking corn fritters.
Corn fritters and deep fried mushrooms.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what?
Matt has them, Tamara.
I miss both those foods that I can't eat.
Air fryer and tater tots.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Mm.
That's
Tater tots with La Costina salsa and shredded nacho cheese. So good.
That's
So
a game changer right there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's damn good.
It's
Damn.
really good.
All
But you have
right.
to get the La Costina because it's got all the built-in spice, right? Like it's good.
Mhm.
Tastes
So when
good.
I get respite this summer, I can come and stay at your place, and you'll whip that together. Is that-
You,
Yeah.
Sheldon's got a queen size bed. You're more than welcome to your half.
Oh, boy.
All I hear in the visitor was, "Hey, it's okay, Shell. It's glassy. You'll be fine."
What was I told at a construction site one time? It ain't gay if it's a 3-way or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not gay. It's not gay if you like it. If you don't like
exactly.
it, rather. Yeah.
Tamara, I'm sorry about your puppers. That sucks. I'm coming up on a year on Toby, and
Yeah. It's always hard.
yeah,
Always hard.
100%. So,
Hard.
enough about me. So, my week's kind of entailed a lot of busyness.
Yes,
How
we
did
were
the
going
ramp
to get to
go?
that.
Yeah,
Had to
there's,
build a ramp.
lifts, and I have a group of people. I'm working on a group of people to come over and help. It's just doing the finance thing. The cost of going. Yeah, $20 is $20 exactly.
Yeah.
Financially building the ramp, because
Did they not
apparently
use
when
the
you apply
program?
for government grants, you have to wait like 8 months for them to figure out
Right.
whether or not they want to do it.
Is
And
there a charitable organization near you? Because some charities will help with that.
yeah,
There's,
we have a Seniors Resources Society here, and we have the Red Cross in Chilliwack.
How about the military? I know in Edmonton, the military will come out and build it as well for military members. I'm not sure if they'll do it for private citizens, but you can.
Yes, see, Dad's dad was a military member in the British Army.
Yeah.
Navy. Sorry.
Navy.
And,
Never any harm in asking.
No,
Right.
I posed a question at our Anavets. I just, my neighbor across the street will provide me. He used to work for a safety outfit. Yeah, there you go. So he has like a big ass stack of 2x12s.
Yeah.
So because they did scaffolding at they did job sites, they set all these things up. Yeah, there you go. I actually never thought about that. I'm kind of just asking questions through my local Anavets, Tamara, because that's kind of my out and about watering hole, if you will.
Yeah.
Even your home care people, ask your home care people because they know of programs. That's how I found out half the programs wasn't through the hospital or anything like that.
Oh,
My
yeah.
home care nurses knew what was available in this area to help me out.
Right.
So I would ask them as well.
Yeah. So because I have all the scaffolding or all the planks and stuff like that and a lot of wood, I think basically I was going to post a message maybe on Facebook in the next coming days. I just need to absolutely figure out what I want, because I was going to put 4x4 posts into those concrete the bases where they slot in, right? So I was going to need a couple of those. And basically, if you put it out like, hey, if you got something in your yard, throw it in, right? Like the cheaper, the better, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
you know, like I was asking, I told an architect buddy of mine, he's like, what do you want? I was like, well, 2 stages below code and 3 above Jimmy.
Yeah.
That was
Somewhere between Army Chris and Upright. Got it.
yeah, Army Chris, Bonzi,
Yeah.
But it's been interesting. It's been nice to have him home and everything like that finally, and getting in our routines and stuff like that. And
Do you have Tamara's number? You have Tamara's phone number?
I think I do. Oh yeah, I was supposed to give it to Bryce. Shit.
Okay.
Keep forgetting about that.
That's phone Tamara when we're done with this, because she has friends that are in Chilliwack that are in the military
Oh,
that served with her husband. So maybe if you phone Tamara
Or
text her, she can hook you two up together and
Okay.
and maybe get you an answer from there. And Positive Mikey, I'll DM you the info on Twitter here when we're done.
yeah, it's just figuring out where, like, I go down to the Anavats, and of course I'm down there I've recruited a couple people just to come over and say, hey, what do I need? Right. I know that I need to come off, because it's what a BC box is. Does that terminology mean anything?
Yeah, vaguely.
Kind of. Okay. So I got an upper deck that runs off the top floor of the house here. So I have an upper deck, and then it goes down to a little bit of a lower deck, and then it goes stairs out.
Okay, right.
So
Yeah.
I want to go from the upper deck, but like come out and then come on an angle, and then have like a little platform where it goes down to where Dad can let himself out, and then he goes back the other way, right down to my concrete pad down below. Yeah.
Do you need a special permit or anything like that? Structural
Probably, but I don't know. Fuck the city. I don't know.
It's
Ask for forgiveness after.
It's on the back of that. Yeah, it's easier to beg for forgiveness. My entire radio career. Easier to beg for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
That's on page 1 of the DJ manual, isn't it?
That's right. Yes.
That's how I built our back deck. Is I was thinking about it, and it's like, okay, if I add a roof, because I put it right underneath, like the roof of the deck goes underneath the roof cap, and I thought, well, I could extend it and put them together, right? But then it becomes part of the house,
Right.
and I'd need a freaking permit. So I didn't want to do that. So I put it underneath, and then at the back, attached to the deck, I put the 4x4 posts to hold the whole thing up. So if it needs to come down, it's just a matter of boom, 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 it's done. But it's not attached to the house, so I didn't need a permit.
See, that's what I was going to go with a slide, but do one of these and give that a good time going down.
Yeah, but then I still need to get him out of the chair into the slide. And then I need
No. You build up the sides of the slide so he rides the banks in the chair.
We were talking about this the other night. He came home from the hospital with one antenna, and Home Support was going to come here at 8:00 that night. So I'm like, well, what happens the next morning? So I went to, Shoppers Drug Mart. I went to Locks Home Pharmacy, which is like our home support pharmacy here in town. I went to Save-On. I went to Walmart. None of them had size of antenna. And I was so mad, because now it's getting on 6:00. He needs to eat. He's home for the first day. I went to the hospital, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Give me, how do you send him home with one pad? So I said, I can't find it. You need to give me some. And they did. They gave me a huge stack. Since we've since found stuff. Uh-oh. Who's that? Who's FaceTiming? Somebody?
Sheldon. I don't know why. He's in the other room.
Oh. He needs food.
Maybe. Yeah. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh,
Yo.
there we go. But yeah, they've literally gone, here's a human. Good luck. It's like, What? You know, because I'm still new to the game. I tell the home support workers, and I'm learning between putting from a bed to a sling. I'm learning that sling with the lift that scoots him into his chair or puts him back into his bed. I'm learning that because I always did human transport. I never did personal care when I drove Handy Dart, when I drove, like Smart Bus or whatever it's called. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what, Tamara? You go to classes and you take prenatal classes and you do all that. You're okay when you take that human little home.
No, you're not.
When it screams, you go, what do I do now? Like,
No, you're not.
Uh,
They don't teach you anything. You
Yeah.
treat your
Oh.
child, go home.
yeah, here's your kid. Get out.
I had drive-through service when I had my first one, and then when I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning with a screaming child, I'm like, what do I do now?
drive-through?
Basically,
Basically, I went in at 12 o'clock at night, and I was home, being sent home at 8 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get to stay overnight other than being in labor, and they
But
sent me home.
isn't prenatal classes during pregnancy? Isn't that a thing?
That's the only thing. They teach you how to go through labor. They don't teach you about how to care for your child. They don't.
we took the Le Mans method, speed birth. Breathe.
Well, she's talking about drive-through. I'm like,
breathe.
Yeah, there's
She's in labor for 74
nothing
seconds.
prepares
Wow.
them for
you go in, you shit this thing out, you go home.
Okay, door slide number 2.
Yeah. That's
Dog
crazy.
out.
cat
So
in.
anyways,
Cat's being
Oh,
indecisive.
you're letting 2 out now?
No. The cat
Oh.
wanted in, but because the dog went out, the cat decided, I'll stay out too.
She can't
Oh,
get out
okay.
of the yard. Her legs are too
Yeah.
short. She can't jump the
She
fence.
can't jump the fence. She's too fat and her legs are only that long. So
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a learning curve, and I knew that. And Dad's like, well, we were first talking about how this would come about. He's like, are you sure? And I'm like, well, you know what, dude? It's time for you to cash checks in on life. Right?
Yeah,
Time
exactly.
for me to, you've been there for me for all these years. It's time for me to step up to the plate. And I'd gladly do that. But holy fuck, like, it's just like, then you got to call this, and it's crazy. Like, so he's got prostate cancer, right?
right.
So they release him home and stuff like that. And I get all his prescriptions and stuff like that. Of course, they send you the discharge form. So you got to go to the pharmacy and do all that shit at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when they all close at 5. That's cool. And so the next morning he goes, where's my prostate medicine? And I was like, well, I don't know. Isn't that one of them? Because he knew he's able-bodied. Dad's sitting right beside me. He knows what his meds are. He's been taking them for however long in the hospital. And so we called the pharmacy, and it's like, they didn't put, 1 + 1 month or something like that on the discharge form with that, because apparently it's only distributed through the cancer agency, which the BC Cancer Agency is in Abbotsford, where he's gone and seen that
Right.
oncologist. Is that the oncologist?
Yeah.
And so they didn't even know that he was discharged from hospital. So now, because those meds didn't come, he's still sitting here right next to me without those meds. And we're now on to day 3 or 4. Apparently they don't come till Monday, but he has to have a phone call with the pharmacy guy in Abbotsford at the cancer clinic to tell him all the side effects of all the shit that he knew about when he was taking them before they can send them here.
Wow.
Like, nobody talks to
Ridiculous.
anybody, man. It's crazy. Like, nobody, like, the OT doesn't talk to home support. The home support doesn't talk to the doc. Nothing. And it's like, and I'm sitting here going,
That's okay.
okay.
My
You know,
liver
like-
specialist, when they called, I asked her a few questions, and I was blown away to find out she does nothing with oncology. Like, she has no idea.
Yeah.
She just treats the liver, like takes out the pieces and puts them back together.
Yeah.
Has no idea if they can do immunotherapy at the same time with chemo or anything like that, and will not elaborate. Because I
Yeah.
asked her, I said, is there anything I can do, multi-vitamin, herbal, anything, right? Like, I'm pushing 8 weeks here till my next visit. Anything. No, I don't think so. What? Like, you're a specialist. You should know everything to do with a liver, as
100%.
far as I'm concerned.
Right?
Everything.
Same with the prostate. Like,
It doesn't
Well-
make any sense to me. Like, why would you not know what chemo works best with the liver that you're treating?
right.
It just, And same thing with the bowel specialist. When I saw him, and he ordered a I can't say it.
Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah, he ordered a
That's it.
Siegfried and Roy. Yeah, the virtual colonoscopy that you're awake for. And I'm like, okay, so you want me to do a fleet enema with a complete blockage right at the rectal cavity. You want me to do let me think this over, right? A fleet enema. Where is it going to go? I have a complete blockage. Not only that, you want to do a colonoscopy. How are you getting there?
Yeah.
Like, and he just, yeah, that's what we need to do. You think? Okay. So let's go at it.
That's what we need to. Okay.
Yeah. And I just, okay.
Oh, we
That's
sat here
zero.
going, well, what'd that cost you for the fleet enema? $7? Well, that's
$9.
or $9 well wasted right up your ass.
Wow.
You know,
That's
it's not going to do
unbelievable.
anything.
And I couldn't even get the whole thing in.
Yeah.
Like all the
Right.
fluid. There's a complete freaking blockage. And then he goes and does the sigmoscopy and he says, it's not going in. You think? Like,
Yeah.
you think? Like, honestly. He says, well, that was kind of a wasted appointment, don't you think? Yeah. I drove an hour and a half to get here, shot $9 up my butt for no apparent reason.
$15
You had
on
your
parking.
way- You had
Yeah,
your way given to you.
$18 on parking, $9 up your butt.
$13.50
Yeah.
for parking. Like, honest to God.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To go,
I know.
that didn't work.
And
For
no
an
one
eight-
talks to each other. It's fucked. Like,
For an alien anal probe that didn't work.
Yeah.
Alien anal probe. Yeah.
100%.
I mean, I ain't no doctor, but I watched a lot of Marcus Welby as a youth, and even I knew that this shit wasn't going to work out all that well.
Mhm.
I shook my head at those. I have to do this and this and this. And I'm not a doctor. I'm a photographer / truck driver / DJ. No medical training other than my own steel holding me together. I'm more magnetic than anything.
100%.
And I shook my head going, oh, this isn't going to work. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
The one and only.
as of yet, are undecided. Tom, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, not well.
Right
better.
on.
I'm going to leave you for a sec because I'm going to go pee. We're back.
Okay.
Be nice to him.
No, now we're going to hit up with the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah,
How
what's
good
that?
is it to have home food?
Pardon me?
How good is it to have home cooked food after being in the hospital?
Oh,
for
it's
so
great. It's great. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm glad she's-
after 2.5 months, it's nice. Yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah,
You've
that's
got
good.
a lot of followers on our page that have watched your progress and stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, lots of people backing you up in the chat room. Everybody's saying hi, Tom. Hey, Tom.
Yeah, that's really nice. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Now that Sean's out of the room, I just want to tell you we've got Sean's back as well. We've been
Oh, great. Yeah.
we've been holding his hand and trying to drive him through this process with what we've learned
Yeah.
going through our process. You know,
Yeah, I know it's a tough process. I know it is.
It is, and any helping hand a person can get,
Yeah.
I think, really helps. And I know I wish we had more helping hands than what we've had.
Yeah.
But we've muddled it through it, and like I say, just trying to gather our information, pass it along. And I realize you guys are in BC, we're in Alberta, things are different, run differently, but social services, you start, beating on them, and like Sean did with the MP there to get in to see you in the hospital.
right,
and shit like
yeah,
that. You
yeah.
just start hammering on these people, and
Yeah.
that's all you can do. So,
Yeah.
and Tamara hopes you washed your hands.
I
Sean.
did. Jesus. Come on. Oh, I did have a funny story with the catheter bag. That was fun. So I was like, how does this drain? Blah, 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 blah. So I pulled it out and, I was holding it, and all of a sudden, oh, cool. Yeah, that was first night. And I was like, oh, yeah, we got through that though.
Yeah.
Well, it's revenge. I'm sure you peed on the old man when he was changing your diaper when you were young.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, probably did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just
Carbonation is not your friend.
Yeah. get your revenge, Tom, and don't be afraid to let it rip on him.
Yeah.
That's why we have home support.
Yeah,
Wade.
right. Yeah.
Well, I learned really quickly with the body bag that carbonation is not my friend. It just
No.
isn't.
Yeah.
It's just way too much bloating.
Yeah.
And that's how accidents happen.
Man, no kidding. Jesus.
Yeah. Mhm.
So what's your next steps now Tom, you're waiting for.
I'm waiting for nothing. I'm done actually. Well, no, that's not quite true. I do have to have another, some more injections for prostate about in July.
Like hormone therapy.
Or hormone therapy, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But and this other medication I haven't got yet.
The one they should have sent him home with, like, hello, you know, like,
Yeah, that one I got to take forever apparently.
but
Right
Are
on.
you seeing any reduction
Yeah, what in what? What do you-
in the prostate? Did they see any reduction in with?
well, no, like my PSA level has dropped drastically since
Well, that's
I had the first hormone treatment and going on this medication, dropping 685 down to 16. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So obviously,
Awesome.
that's working.
but it may go back up again. The doctor said after about a year or so, it may creep back up again. Yeah, so I don't know.
Well, I know there was some ladies, like I stayed at Compassion House for 5 weeks while I was getting my cremation. No, that's the wrong word. Chemo and radiation.
Signing her out already, eh? Wade, fuck. Look.
Sign here.
But they were coming up once a year, and they were there for 3 days for 3 injections of some immunotherapy, and then they were sent on their way. So the one lady has been doing it for 26 years. So
Wow.
they can keep it at bay for a very long time. So
yeah.
that's hopeful.
And the thing we need to figure out too is, you know, there's a lot of naturopathic methods too, between CBD, between, like you were talking about, was it flaxseed dough? I think flaxseed
Milk
or
thistle.
Milk thistle.
thistle. Yeah.
Yeah, milk
There's a
thistle.
lot of things that, you know, are naturally available, so you're not just sitting there on drugs. Like they send him home with like a whole bottle of T3s. Like, what the fuck's he gonna need T3 for?
Well,
Yeah.
see, what I discovered, I was reading a doctorate paper one night because I've got nothing better to do and I can't sleep very well. So I was looking up information and I found an interesting paper, and it was out of China, on a 90% reduction rate in the size of tumors after 22 days. And it
Wow.
started at the 10-day mark.
Mhm.
And basically, I'm not sure how big a shogale is, how they word it, but it amounts to ginger in its whole. So I cut out 1 inch of ginger. There you go. There's your deck.
You just paid for your deck, Tom.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Glossy, where's your dad? He's in jail. He's a drug dealer now.
Yeah, we need more T3s. Fill that prescription stat. We got a hookup. Fuck to her. But you know what? I wouldn't expect anything. Anyway, carry on, though. Sorry.
Slicing down a ginger root, 1 inch cube. Slicing it down really thinly, adding 4 cups
Ginger
of water and boiling it down to 2 cups of water. So it
Yeah.
makes like a soft poultice reduction. Eating the ginger and drinking the ginger with lemon juice, the
Oh, yeah.
ginger water, 1 cup a day. And after 10 days, it's reduced some of the tumor. At 22 days, you see the big jump. And it's something that you can take along with your regular medication, providing you're
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
with
yeah.
the ginger.
Yeah.
But it's in the breakdown of the ginger, the actual fibers of the ginger that don't allow the tumor to grow.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But that might be beneficial.
Yeah, and you've noticed
I've
more.
noticed since I started doing it, and it's been about 13 days now, I've actually lost tissue from my tumors that has discharged through my body.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't know how well
Can you send me that, though? Can you send me that?
Yep.
I can.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
And the milk thistle I'm just taking for liver support to try and stop the spread at the liver.
And the nice thing about this, doing this, nothing is in there is going to hurt you.
Yeah. Right.
Not
Right? It's not going to
allergic.
cause any further damage unless you have allergies. Exactly. But
Yeah.
you're not going to become dependent on it as a life support or an addiction or
Yeah.
anything.
Wearing her fucking
I'm
T3s.
always my own guinea pig.
Yeah.
I always am. Before
Yeah,
I
yeah.
recommend anything to anybody, I'm always my own guinea pig.
Yeah.
And how about your mobility, Tom? Do they have physiotherapists coming into the
No,
house and
no,
working with you? No,
No, that's kind of a lost cause right now. Yeah.
it is.
Well, it
eh?
is a lost cause. They tried in the hospital for, a good period of time, but there was just no improvement at all. So they just said, well, you can carry on if you want, but there's no sign of any improvement. So it's up to you. So I just decided, what's the point? It's not
Yeah.
improving. Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
at the same token, like if he's in bed or in his chair, or whatever, I will get him to move his feet, even if he can just move him an inch or three.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. You're bending your knees.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
keeping
exactly.
keeping the muscles from atrophy is a huge help because it
Yeah.
helps
Yeah.
stabilize you when you stand and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So even if it's only for 10 seconds at a time, it is.
Yeah, I can move a little bit, but not very much. And I can't do it very long. Gotta stop because
Yeah,
can't do it.
Yeah.
tire out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, we're gonna cut her off here. We're gonna
Yeah.
cut her weekend short and carry on. Tom, it was great to finally meet you live
Nice to
in
meet you
person
guys. Yeah, nice to
over the internet. And
I've said nothing but good things except,
Yeah.
Wade. I mean, Wade, you've been great to me. Troll Bonzi, but I love it. It's fucking hilarious. I love you. Leave me alone. It's beautiful.
somebody's got to keep the little shit on his toes, right?
Yeah, I appreciate all the support, by the way. So
Everybody, Danielle,
Everybody, it's just
Tamara,
amazing.
Joe,
yeah,
Wade,
Kel, Mike,
Greg,
the support
everybody.
support for you and Sean is just over the top. And
Yeah, I've
like I say,
seen
we're
that.
here for
Yeah, you
him
showed
as
me
well.
it. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, yeah.
I've shown him all the Facebook posts that everybody's commented and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
Cool.
there you
Excellent.
go.
Yeah.
Danielle send me
Danielle,
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be in touch, Danielle, in a little while. I promise. Fuck. Kind of bailed on her like two days now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, anyway. Okay, guys.
Okay, nice to
Okay,
meet you
guys.
Okay, much love. You guys have a good night.
Yeah, and tomorrow I'll hit you up for those T3s later, Glossy.
Oh,
Okay,
there you
yeah,
go.
sure.
Cool. All right.
Have a
much
good night,
love.
guys.
Go.
Take
Good
care.
night. You too.
Right.
So there you have it, Glossy and Tom. Tom, of course, suffering from prostate cancer and
various other tumors.
various other tumors and so forth. So, but we're
He
there
needs
for
to
him.
finally put a voice to the face
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the name and stuff.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we've seen pictures of Tom and snippets here and there that Glossy posts online, but it's nice to finally talk to the man. And
He probably is so happy to be out of that place.
oh,
I can't imagine 2.5 months. I did 2.5 weeks, and that was
Yeah.
plenty.
yeah, exactly.
And I still have nightmares about the oatmeal. I still do.
Yeah, I know. Hospitals aren't a fun place to be.
Well, when you've got a bowl of oatmeal, and your orderly comes in and goes, "You're not eating breakfast," and I'm like, "No, I'm not." And he says, "Well, you eat your oatmeal. Put the milk in. It makes it better." Because I held up the oatmeal and I held it upside down, and it's just stuck in the bowl. And I'm like, "I'm not eating this." He says, "Put the milk in. It helps. It makes it better." I put the milk in, waited a minute, stirred it, and held it upside down, and it was all still stuck in there. And I handed it to him, and I said, "You eat it." So he says, "Yeah, okay." And that was the end of it. So he
Tamara
didn't bug
still's having nightmares of you being demanding.
me. Yeah, I had some drugs in me. I'm not gonna lie. I had
Yeah,
what,
no,
36 bags on me.
Hospitals are the worst. When I had my broken jaw and I woke up from surgery wired shut, and they brought me lunch, and it was a hamburger, and the nurse came in and said, "Oh, you're not going to eat your lunch, Wade? You got a fucking blender?" Yeah, you got a fucking blender?
Yeah.
No, so, but yeah,
I
That's-
wasn't giving up the hamburger they gave me on Christmas Eve. No way, no how. I didn't care if it was not on their list of things to eat. They made the mistake, and it wasn't coming back to them. I was going to eat that thing.
Yeah.
And I did.
again, thanks for all you tuning in on a Friday night, bitch night. Kind of taking another turn around the corner here. No bitching, lots of complaining. No, not even any complaining.
I try not to.
My biggest
I'm
bitch
still
is
alive.
this
I'm still
door.
alive.
Anybody keeping count?
3 for you, 1 for me. That was the cat.
Oh yeah, right. So yeah, it was good finally putting a voice to Tom and getting to meet him finally and get to know him a little bit. And
If anybody's out that way, give Lassie a hand.
yeah,
with
if
his
anybody's
ramp.
in Chilliwack, give Glassy a hand with his ramp any way you can. Tamara, if you could reach out to Michelle and Adam, and I believe you said they're in Surrey, but Adam might have some insights to some people there too, and and get them a little bit of help getting that thing built and getting some lumber for them or whatever. Alrighty, big love to Doe and Tamara. Happy Mother's Day to you both, strong women. Have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to you too, Danielle.
Feel better soon.
Feel better soon. They're in Port Coquitlam, I believe. Whatever. They're closer to them than we are, and they're in BC, so they might know some of the little ins and outs of getting shit done out there too. So
Maybe a GoFundMe page.
yeah, maybe start up a GoFundMe page. GoFundMe page.
Or if there's a volunteer
Yeah.
board, you can always post on that to see
Mhm.
if there's volunteers that can come out and help with it. That's always another option too, because I know there's some buy and sell boards, and if you put in ISO in search of volunteers, you might get lucky.
Yeah.
You might get lucky.
Exactly. Alrighty. Got 300 million things going on here. I don't know which button. Let's push that button.
You're busy in a circle.
Oh, it's just all over the place. Messages and notes. And again, thanks for the notes and support. We truly appreciate it. Keep them coming. They help drive us. They help keep us going forward.
This week we'll have a little more answers
Yeah.
coming up. So next week we will have
Yeah. Next
more
Friday
answers.
night, we'll give you some more insight and let you know what's going on. And until then, we'll see you next Friday. I'll see you in the living room. Okay. Say bye, Doe.
Happy Mother's Day all. Night.
She gone. Leaves me the last words again. That's about all I got, man. It's been an hour. Kind of stumbled our way through it, muddled our way through it, but we got through it. And like Doe said, Thursday we go for her appointment. We'll let you know all about that. Friday I go for my stress test. If I survive that, I'll be on the program again next Friday too. Until then, go Oilers, go. We're up 2-0 last I saw. So we'll go from there. And everybody have a good weekend. We'll talk to you later.